The dollar is collapsing. Not in theory, not in the distant future. It's happening now. Every 90 days, $1 trillion more flood the system. Your savings shrink, your paycheck buys less, and most people have no idea. Older generations, they still trust the dollar. They still believe in 401ks, CDs, and saving cash. But the world has changed. If you don't adapt, you'll fall behind. But if you understand what's happening, you can grow wealth faster than ever before. That's what this video is about. Why the old rules of money are broken. Why silver and gold are no longer enough. And why Bitcoin is the opportunity of this generation. This is the Passive Path, your guide to building wealth in a collapsing system. Like, subscribe, and share your biggest money shift in the comments. Let's get started. For decades, older investors trusted silver and gold, and for good reason. In 1964, silver cost just 10 cents an ounce. Today, it's over $30. That wasn't silver rising, that was the dollar falling. The same with gold. What once secured your future now struggles to keep up with inflation. But now, even silver and gold are losing ground. A new form of money is taking over, Bitcoin. Younger investors get it. Older generations resist, and that resistance is costing them millions. The dollar's decline is no longer gradual, it's accelerating. Governments are printing money at a historic pace, $1 trillion every 3 months. That's unsustainable. And yet, most people still believe the dollar is safe. They still save in cash. They still trust retirement accounts built on dollars. They are clinging to a sinking ship. But you don't have to. You can take control. You can pivot to assets that grow while the dollar shrinks. That's why I'm shifting out of silver and gold and into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is scarce, it's digital, it's borderless, and it's designed for this moment. Even companies are catching on. Michael Saylor moved billions into Bitcoin to protect his company's future. You can do the same for yours. You don't need to be a tech expert. I'm not. But I learned. There are simple programs like Bitcoin Zala that make it easy to understand. If I can learn it, anyone can. In 2017, I bought Bitcoin at $6,000. Today, it's over $96,000, and I'm still buying. Why? Because the dollar continues to fall, and Bitcoin continues to rise. Some people say it's too late. They're wrong. Most people said the same when Bitcoin hit $100. They said it again at $1,000 and at $10,000. Now it's near $100,000, and they're still saying it's too late. The truth? It's never too late to stop losing and start winning. But you must act, you must learn, and you must shift your thinking. Sticking with old money will keep you broke. Adopting new money can build your wealth. That's the choice facing every generation today. Stay locked into a failing system, or move into the future. The Passive Path is about making that move. Stick around, because in the next section, we'll break down exactly why fake money has destroyed wealth and how you can escape the trap. Most people don't understand how fake money works. That's why they keep losing. Let's go back. In 1965, silver coins in the US were replaced with copper. Quarters and half dollars used to be made of real silver. Then the government swapped them for cheaper metals. This was not random. It was the start of a bigger plan. Replace real money with fake money. There's a law for this. It's called Gresham's law. When bad money enters the system, good money disappears. People hoard the good money. They spend the fake money. Over time, only fake money circulates. That's exactly what happened. By 1971, President Nixon removed the dollar from the gold standard. Now, dollars were backed by nothing, just promises. And those promises keep getting weaker. Older generations ignored this shift. They kept saving dollars. They trusted government plans like Social Security, pensions, and retirement accounts. But all of those are tied to the dollar, and the dollar is losing value every year. For decades, people thought they were getting richer. They saw pay raises. They saved in dollars. They invested in stock indexes. But they didn't notice the real problem. Their money was fake. The more dollars printed, the less each dollar was worth. Today, it takes more dollars to buy the same things. Groceries, gas, housing, everything costs more. Because the dollar buys less. And now, the government prints trillions without limits. Every time they do, your savings lose power. That's why Bitcoin matters. Bitcoin is the opposite of fake money. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. No government can print more. No politician can change the rules. It's money that resists inflation. It's money designed for people, not politicians. And it's already growing faster than any currency in history. While the dollar falls, Bitcoin rises. Many older investors refuse to see this. They cling to the past. They believe dollars will recover. But hope is not a strategy. You can't save fake money and expect real wealth. If you want to protect and grow your money, you must adapt. The Passive Path is here to help you do exactly that. Coming up, you'll discover why Bitcoin is not just the new gold, but something even more powerful. For years, gold was the ultimate safe haven. It protected wealth during wars, during depressions, during inflation. But times have changed. Gold is no longer enough. Bitcoin has become the new standard, and it does what gold cannot. Gold is physical. It's hard to store, hard to move, hard to divide. Bitcoin is digital. It can be sent anywhere in minutes, stored securely, easily divided. Most importantly, it's scarce. Only 21 million will ever exist. That's less than 1 Bitcoin for every millionaire on Earth. No central bank can print more. No politician can create more. This makes Bitcoin resistant to the very thing that destroys dollars, inflation. When governments create more money, your dollars lose value. Your Bitcoin does not. That's why major investors are shifting. Michael Saylor moved billions from cash into Bitcoin. Why? Because cash was losing value fast. Even companies are replacing dollars with Bitcoin in their treasuries. They understand what most individuals still ignore. The old system is collapsing. The new system is already here. Some say Bitcoin is too volatile, but volatility is temporary. Dollar devaluation is permanent. Imagine this. You buy Bitcoin at $6,000. Today, it's worth over $96,000. That's not just growth. That's wealth protection. And this is just the beginning. Many experts predict Bitcoin could reach $250,000 per coin by 2025. The opportunity is massive, but only for those who act. Old money habits won't save you. New money strategies will. At the Passive Path, we show you how to make that shift. Next, let's talk about the common mistakes that keep people poor and how you can avoid them. Most people lose money not because they lack income, but because they keep making the same mistakes. Let's break them down. First, they save in dollars. They believe cash is safe. It's not. Every time the government prints more, cash loses value. Saving dollars today is like storing water in a leaking bucket. Second, they trust outdated retirement accounts, 401ks, IRAs, CDs. These accounts are tied to the dollar and the stock market. When inflation rises or markets crash, these savings shrink. Third, they follow the crowd. They invest in what's popular, not what's profitable. The crowd said Bitcoin was risky at $100. The crowd said it again at $10,000. Now it's near $100,000. The crowd is still wrong. Fourth, they fear change. They stick with what they know, even when it stops working. Older generations saved in silver and gold. That worked once. Now, even those assets are losing ground to Bitcoin. Fifth, they ignore financial education. They rely on schools that never taught money, or on advisors stuck in old thinking. Smart investors keep learning. They adapt. They question old advice. Finally, they delay action. They wait for perfect timing, but perfect timing never comes. Wealth rewards action, not hesitation. Those who bought Bitcoin early didn't have perfect timing. They had conviction. They moved when others doubted. That's why they're rich today. The passive path exists to help you avoid these mistakes, to think clearly, to act confidently, and to build wealth even when others are afraid. In the next part, you'll learn real strategies for growing wealth in this new economy. To grow wealth in today's economy, you need a new strategy. First, stop saving, start multiplying. Saving worked when money held its value. That era is over. Now your dollars lose value every year. Multiplying assets are the solution. Second, embrace scarcity. Scarce assets grow. Abundant assets shrink. Bitcoin is scarce. Only 21 million coins will ever exist. No government can change that. Third, think long-term. Quick profits are tempting, but lasting wealth comes from long-term holding. Early Bitcoin adopters held for years. That's how they turned thousands into millions. Fourth, learn from the right sources. Avoid hype, ignore speculation, focus on education. Bitcoin Zala offers clear, simple programs. They help beginners and experienced investors alike. Fifth, diversify wisely. Don't put everything into one asset, but recognize where growth is happening. Holding a mix of Bitcoin and productive assets can reduce risk. Sixth, understand self-custody. If you don't hold your Bitcoin, you don't fully own it. Learn how to store it securely. Finally, shift your mindset. Stop thinking like a saver. Start thinking like an investor. Savers protect what they have. Investors grow what they have. This mindset shift changed my life. It can change yours too. At The Passive Path, we focus on practical steps like these. Not theories, not hype. Real strategies for real results. Next, let's talk about how to get started safely and why waiting could cost you more than you think. Getting started safely is simple, but you must take the first step. Start by learning. Before you buy anything, understand what you're investing in. Use trusted resources like Bitcoin Zala. Watch educational content. Read credible books. Next, decide how much to invest. Never go all in. Start small. Only invest what you can afford to hold long term. Third, choose a reliable platform. Use reputable exchanges to buy Bitcoin. Then, transfer your Bitcoin to a secure wallet. Self-custody is essential. If you don't control your Bitcoin, someone else does. Fourth, plan for the long term. Don't try to time the market. Set realistic goals. Commit to holding through ups and downs. Fifth, stay updated. The financial world changes fast. Keep learning. Adjust your strategy as needed. Sixth, avoid emotional decisions. Price drops are normal. Stay focused on your long-term plan. Finally, connect with a community. Join groups that value education and smart investing. The Passive Path community is built for this purpose. Remember, waiting has a cost. Every day you delay, the dollar loses more value, and Bitcoin continues to rise. Action beats hesitation. In the next section, we'll tackle the biggest obstacle to building wealth, fear, and how to overcome it. Fear keeps more people poor than any market crash ever has. Fear of change, fear of losing money, fear of looking foolish. These fears are natural, but they are dangerous. They stop people from taking action. They keep people stuck in old habits. And in today's economy, old habits are costly. Your parents may have told you to save cash to avoid risk, to stick with what's familiar. That advice worked once. It no longer does. Holding cash now guarantees loss. Inflation eats away at every dollar you save. Investing in growth assets is the only way forward. But fear blocks that path for many. They hear stories of market crashes. They remember losses. They focus on what could go wrong, not on what could go right. The reality? Every wealthy person faced these fears and moved forward anyway. They understood that waiting is risky, that the biggest danger is doing nothing. Think about this. The people who bought Bitcoin at $100 felt fear. The people who bought at $1,000 felt fear. Even those who bought at $10,000 faced fear. But they acted. Today, many are financially free. What separated them from others wasn't knowledge, it wasn't timing, it was courage. Courage to learn, courage to act, courage to embrace change. You have that same choice. Stay stuck in fear, or take control of your financial future. The Passive Path is here to help you choose wisely. Coming up, we'll share the final lessons you need to build lasting wealth, and why your time to act is now. The biggest wealth shift of our time is already happening, and most people are missing it. They're distracted, they're uncertain, they're stuck in the past, but not you. You made it to the end of this journey. Now it's time to act. Here are the core lessons to remember. Stop saving in dollars. They are losing value fast. Start learning about Bitcoin. It's the most powerful form of money ever created. Don't wait for perfect timing. Start with what you know. Then grow as you go. Avoid the old traps. 401ks, CDs, and cash savings won't protect your wealth. They'll drain it slowly. Use your time to learn, not to delay. Use your money to invest, not to store. Use your mind to build wealth, not to defend outdated beliefs. If you're just getting started, find real education. Bitcoin Zala is one place to begin. The Passive Path will keep guiding you forward. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to start. This moment won't last forever. The dollar is sinking, Bitcoin is rising, and your future depends on what you do next. Like this video, subscribe to The Passive Path, and comment below. What's your next move toward financial freedom? You've now seen the truth. The dollar is fading, Bitcoin is rising, and the rules of money have changed. Most people will ignore it. They'll keep doing what no longer works. But not you. You've taken the first step. You've chosen to understand the shift, and that decision can change everything. Now, it's time to take action. Like this video if it opened your eyes. Subscribe to The Passive Path so you don't miss what's coming next. Comment below, what's one money move you're making this year? And share this video with someone you care about. Someone who needs to hear this. You're not alone on this journey. We're building wealth together. Good luck as you take your next step. Feel free to explore other videos on The Passive Path, and I'll see you in the next one.